Jackie Lee Price for Shadowboxruk UK. I'm here with Bradley Skeete and the boss man. How you doing?
Very good. All good, Jack.
So congratulations first of all. It's good to see you back in the ring. Seeing you doing some little moves there, you're doing some good work. How do you think? I know that you obviously haven't had a chance to look back at it properly yet, but just being in there, how does it feel?
Yeah, it feels great to be back, Jack. I made the sacrifice. I come up to Sheffield. I've joined the Ingle gym, and like I say, I've had 2.5 years out the ring. And being 33, a lot of people was doubting me and saying I should retire and everything, but I knew I wasn't finished, and moving away and making that sacrifice was a big thing for me, and it just proves and shows everyone that I'm in business. And listen, joining Dom and all the boys at the gym, I'm around world-class fighters and a world-class coach, and that's the level I want to get to.
You look comfortable, and I tell you what, you look really good at that weight. Really good at that weight. Do you feel like this is, definitely where you're going to stick at the moment?
100%, yeah. Like I said, it's a fresh start, a new weight. I feel good at the weight. The training's 100%. Do you know what I mean? I put the hard work in the gym, and it's all going to pay off. And it's just seen tonight, I've made my comeback. I've got a good win, and I want to bigger and better things.
Third round stoppage. I mean, it didn't really seem like he wanted any of Super Skeete this evening.
Listen, all respect for the Dow taking the fight. Listen, it is what it is, and it was a fight just to get me back and go off the cobwebs, and yeah, that's what I done. Do you know what I mean? I stepped out when I needed to step up, and like I say, no disrespect, but to the level I've boxed at and the level I want to get to, I need to be dealing with opposition like that.
And getting away, I guess, quickly as well.
In the fashion I did, yeah.
Yeah, lovely. So, Mr. Ingle, listen, firstly, congratulations. I've always wanted to know whether, when Brad came to you, I'm guessing he came to you and he said, listen, I'm thinking about coming back. Stop smiling. I'm thinking about coming back. Did you kind of doubt it? Because there was a lot of people talking about, he should finish, he should pack up. Did you kind of doubt it at first? Did you have to go away and think about it? Or were you kind of like, yeah, I'll have some of that Super Skeete?
Well, do you know what? He kind of sneaked his way into the gym because he came as a childminder. He brought a young guy up to come boxing, and he says, I'm looking after this kid, I'm training this kid, do you mind if I just tag along? So we were training this younger kid, and Brad was just fiddling around in the background, but unbeknown to me, really was working his way into the gym. So we just kept an eye on him. He to be honest, he's more or less trained himself for this fight. But the system how we train people allows you to do that. He's obviously got the skills, the ability. He's been at a very, very high level. He's got a good boxing brain. But as with most fighters, you can take a year and a half, 2.5 years out of the ring, if you like, 25, 26. But it's not a good age to be doing it at 30, 31, because you can decline very rapidly. And we're not getting carried away with the win tonight. Bradley Skeete could have gone in tonight and looked absolutely shocking, but he didn't. The guy wasn't fantastic, but he was tough and he was durable. And Bradley had a chance to show some of the stuff that he's done, switching, getting his jab work and his sharpness. He's a long way from where he needs to be. But the hardest thing he's had to do is not train, is to get away from where he lives in London, away from the family, around from all those kind of influences, all the people just wanting to have a steady carry on, and putting himself in prison, because that's what it's like when you come to Winterbank. You have to be in a prison. You train twice a day. All they do is train in the morning, sleep, get up and train and sleep and eat. That's all they do. They don't go anywhere. So if you can't, it's like being a self-imposed prison, it is. And if you haven't got the discipline to do that, then you're not going to make it, because that's what you've got to do at any level. That's what you've got to do. And Bradley's done that, and it's difficult at his age, 30, what are you, 32? 33, because he's a man now, he's got a family, he's got a partner. He's like, really, he should be putting his carpet slippers on, putting his dressing gown on and watching EastEnders. That's what he should be doing. But he's got this, this ambition that he's never really fulfilled what he thinks he can do. And I don't think, he's never going to be happy with his life until he's put himself to the test.
Do you know what I heard back in the day? That everybody at the Ingle gym had to learn Southpaw and Orthodox. A, is that true? And B, because I saw a little bit of switching from Mr. Bradley Skeete tonight, and he showed a little Southpaw skill.
Well, you don't have to do it. The footwork system is just built around using both sides of your body, because when you walk, you swing opposite hand, opposite leg. You don't. When you're boxing, you move one way, a bit like a crab, really. So it's a natural movement pattern, really, to be able to do it both sides. We do pads, we do footwork for Southpaw and Orthodox, but we never said to him, you've got to box Southpaw, you can, if you feel then confident when you've done that footwork and you've done the pads that way, if you can then switch and do it, then you know you're going to be good. And I'll give you an example. We were in Miami with Liam Williams. Andrade is a Southpaw. He switched and he knocked Liam Williams down from an orthodox position and then went back to Southpaw. He only did it momentarily. He won't box all that way, but having the ability just to throw 1 or 2 shots from your non-usual stance is a bonus for any fighter. And Bradley has got that ability anyway to box like that.
So I'm guessing you're pleased with what you saw tonight. Bradley came across very, very comfortable in there. Like you're saying, we saw little bits of stuff that you've been working on, and then you got him out basically in the 3rd round.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it was all about tonight, Jack. Just getting in there. Like the opponent was where it was. I'm well pleased with the performance, but I can't be all happy about beating, no disrespect, Darryl Smith. I've got to look at the bigger picture. Do you know what I mean? I've got to step it up now and the better opposition and just keep. I want titles. I want to get there. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I've showed glimpses, and I need to just keep moving, bigger and better now.
So when we talk about moving on, are we going to have one more fight and then crack on to a title, or am I getting too excited?
No, we got to, we got to get somebody with a winning record who's had more wins than losses, who's going to be competitive. Today, this was a case of the hard work was done in the gym for the last 8 or 9 months, and that's where the discipline lies. He could have looked at at this opponent and thought, well, I can train 6 weeks for that guy. Yeah, maybe you can, but that's not what this fight's about. This is about the training camp. Can you put yourself in a training camp? Can you train along with the likes of Kid Galahad, Robbie Davis Jr., Liam Williams, Willie Hutchinson? Can you train and compete with those guys? Can you spar those guys? He sparred open with all those guys from light heavyweights. He sparred Liam Williams, for the world title fight, and you can see if you can hold your own for a couple of rounds with those guys who are coming through, then you've got ability to do your own thing. So the hardest part about this fight was the training camp. The end result was the fight. Now he knows he can put himself through the training camp. We can go for better opposition, better guys, and really he can cut his teeth on those guys.
So lastly, Brad, one thing I will say is there was no ring rust today at all, which was brilliant to see after like 2.5 years. It feels like forever that you've been out of the ring. I mean, you must be pleased with that.
Listen, the ring rust left in the gym. I've done all my hard work in the gym, all the body sparring, all the conditioning, all the work we put in the gym. The ring rust was brushed off in the gym. Tonight was just to showcase what I've been doing.
Lovely. Mr. Ingle, when do you think we can see Mr. Bradley Super Skeete out again?
I think he's going to, he'll probably be on this one of these cards again from Dennis Hobson. Dennis does a good deal for these fighters. They sell the tickets. If you can sell tickets, you've got a fan base, you can box. And, he can have a week or 2 off now, back with his family. He'll obviously be ticking over, doing his training. And then he'll be back in Sheffield training through the summer. And I'm thinking maybe early September, the next time he fights. Somebody decent, and then move on, hopefully between September and December. 3 or 4 fights in the new year. He can win the British title, he can win the European title, looking at what he's done tonight, but it's all a gradual process, and we're not going to try and push him too fast. He's had some good sparring, he's done some good training. I'm very pleased. I'm happy for him that he's found his happiness again, because he is happy. He's an happy guy, he's a cheery fella, he's easy work, and it's a pleasure to work with him.
Nice. Congratulations once again, Brad. I can't wait to see you back in the ring. Mr. Ingle, you're doing great things.
We're doing all right at the minute. He's coming along. Like I say, the next job is we're raising the Titanic.
Top man, Dom. Cheers. Thanks, Jack.
Thanks very much for giving us your time.